Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Minnesota Timberwolves. At point guard, Mike Conley. At small forward, Jaden McDaniels. At center, Miles Reed. At the other forward position, Julius Randle. At the other guard, Anthony Edwards. The head coach of the visiting team is Chris Finch. Let's meet the starters for the Boston Celtics. In the middle, standing 7'2", number 8, Kristaps Porzingis. At the point, 6'4", number 4, Drew Holiday. At guard, 6'4", number 9, Derek White. Starting at forward, at 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown. At forward, number 0, Jason Tatum.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. A moment here now to see the numbers for Naz Reid.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Reed is out there with Randle, and it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. And when you're taking on a back-to-back, Richard, does your approach change at all?
As a player, not much. The coaches, they may look to adjust some minutes, but on the court, you just gotta keep pushing.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to White, outside Tatum. Brown with a screen on Randle. 13 feet away. Tatum no good. Minnesota with the ball. Edwards passes to Conley. Edwards against Holiday. Now here's Randle for the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Working on being more consistent with this shot. Randle certainly helping his confidence moving forward.
Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Randle outside. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. Pass to Edwards. It's hauled in by Brown.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you gotta look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Conley at the line for one.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Brown. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Conley feeling it out. Reed with a screen on Brown. Shot by McDaniels, no good. Celtics have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And White kicks to Tatum. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
With his touch, Tatum's a threat from anywhere.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Randle outside. Back to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Conley against Brown. 5 to shoot. Reed with a screen for McDaniel. Lets it go from 14. Connects, the jumper drops. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. Randle against Tatum. Inside, here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
The ideal pick man. Porzingis has a giant frame and can roll to the hoop or pop it out and hit a J in this action.
1:36 left in the first quarter. Here's Conley, and he gets the bucket. Conley's got 5 points so far.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Brown. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Horford sets a screen for Brown. It's stolen by Randle. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Dillingham. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
The offensive rebound. Randall. It's good. This game is all even. He's got 5.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
Right side Horford over Randall. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Has to Gobert. To the left wing. To the paint. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Here's Pritchard. He has yet to score. The kid, and he jams it with authority.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Celtics. They're up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Timberwolves trail. On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Joe Ingles. Edwards is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Pass to Ingles. Back to DiVincenzo. Ingles with the screen for DiVincenzo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo's got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Alexander Walker. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Tatum against Edwards. Porzingis with a screen on Edwards. Here's Tatum. Busted. No good that time either. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. A 3 for DiVincenzo. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. DiVincenzo against Holiday. Here's the kid. And the layup is good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Now, here's Reid. Hasn't made one yet. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play. But I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
DiVincenzo kicks to Reed. A miss that time would have put him up. Boston has gone 3 or 4 from long range in the game. Offensive rebound.
A towering presence inside. When Porzingis is this close, you almost have to foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for your Celtics, Kristaps Porzingis. At the line for 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And when healthy, Porzingis is a highly impactful player. He is a 7-foot wing that really spaces the floor.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Brown is checked in for Tatum. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Randle comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in for Edwards. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Conley against Holiday. Pass to Randle. McDaniels with the ball. Drills it from outside. McDaniels got 5.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randle with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Brown outside. Out to Porzingis. Over Reed. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Brown. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Conley. 5 points in the game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time. On this occasion, he got caught.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Brown. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. Three-pointer, Randle. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and needs 2. Here's Porzingis. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
That's just too easy for Porzingis. He just powers through that contact.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to McDaniels. At the elbow, Randle. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Randle's got 7.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. That shot, no good. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive games so far. Celtics lead by 1. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
26.
Hey there, everybody. Jason Tatum has put his stamp on this game, looking so dominant so far.
He's lighting this arena up. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Defense out there searching for ways to stop him, and they can't find no answers.
Nope. Yep. They keep looking for those answers, Shaq, and I'm not sure they'll find them, though. Even when you bring two guys to him, he usually has an answer of his own.
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
Some great options in there. In fact, these guys might compete for all-star spots for the next few years.
That's a big leap, Kenny. One or two of them, maybe, but most guys don't ever get to that level.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Now Conley, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center filling out the middle. That's the Boston Five. White, good. White's got the lead up to 4 now for Boston.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Here's Tatum after the basket by Minnesota. Here's Brown. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
A very athletic play by Brown, getting the ball inside and working his way to a high percentage shot.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Here for Tatum. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And no one's been able to guard him out there. Defender's been trying to get physical with him, but time and time again, he just shrugs him off and drills it. Edwards inside, guarded by Holiday. Edwards, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Brown inside the line. No good there. Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Now Edwards, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Brown with the bucket.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Randall outside. Conley with the screen on Tatum. Randall no good. Boston leading by 5. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. Number 1, the Celtics.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Minnesota also with the sub. DiVincenzo's checked in. Outside Conley. Back to DiVincenzo. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. DiVincenzo's got 7.
Anytime you get a look that good, oh, it's a great trip.
Outside Tatum. Fires the 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Here's Edwards. There's the drive.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Porzingis with a screen on Edwards. Brown kicks to Porzingis. The shot's good. Brown making the play. He's got 10. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Edwards against Brown. It's Edwards on the wing. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket. No matter what D he's faced with, he averages about 31.5 points a game.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
The Celtics with the lead. Brown outside. 1:03 left here in the third quarter. A three-pointer is right on target.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Pass to Ingles. Randall from outside. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And how about the response from Randall? He just enjoys knocking down that triple to answer right back.
Brown outside. To the inside. Here's the kid. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them.
Walsh, first personal foul, first team foul.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Randall. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Pass to the kid. Over in the corner, Brown. Shoots over Alexander Walker. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Minnesota on top. They're up by 1. And will return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
and he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Dante DiVincenzo. Joe Ingles is out there with Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3 spot. Outside Tatum. Clock at 6. Releases. Ingles with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Shoot, this defense is giving me hope. The way I look, I could sign a 10-day and put up a few buckets on this squad.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Left side, Edwards. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Gobert against Tatum. Over Gobert. Tatum with another miss.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
And the basket by Gobert.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Randall comes in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. I think they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David.
How about Tatum shredding the D with his passing? So effective in pick and rolls.
Outside Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. From deep. Traps in the tray.
After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's put in another.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The lead is 2. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Outside for Randall. Over Porzingis. Randall no good. The Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
I-C-E, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy lives for these moments.
Now here's Conley. Over in the corner, Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Lays it up off the glass. And that's 11 points for Jaden McDaniel.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Brown with it. Conley picks him up. Brown the pass to Holiday. No good from outside. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 for the field since the beginning of the fourth. Conley dishes to McDaniels. Spins. Porzingis with the block.
You see why Porzingis is one of the best shot blockers in the league. All the length.
Outside Tatum. Brown with the screen on Randall. A three from Tatum. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now. Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Outside Tatum. There's the triple. Knocks down the three.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. .43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Reed finds Edwards. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to one. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Tatum with it. Now defended by Randall. Outside, Porzingis. Harden deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, Holiday. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Off target from three-point range. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Edwards with it. From deep three-point land. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
PlayStation